Hey everybody, welcome back to our Origin Summer Preview 2016. I'm Z Garcia. I am here with Sean from Mr. B Games, and we are taking a look at a game called Trick of the Rails.
Yes, sir.
That you are going to be putting out with Terra Nova
Yes,
Games.
sir.
And this is a trick-taking game
Absolutely.
from Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, same designer that did Trains for AEG.
Right, right.
Yep.
So very cool. Tell me a little bit about this. What are we looking at?
So pretty much like a, I don't know, I always say it has like a Tichu feel with
Right.
with a little bit of an 18XX, but I know that scares people. Just from the track building, meaning I put a piece of track, there's a station, you add it.
Right, right. It's like a stock manipulation,
Yes,
minor
absolutely,
sort of
absolutely.
thing. Yeah, right.
So it's got a cool mechanic of, this is like called your trick line. And basically what's happening is we know this is the order. It's going to go from here, and then it's going to go from here and wrap.
Okay.
And that's all the turns. So you know every turn what's happening.
Okay.
And so you got a deck, and there's not really a two-player. It's really 3 and more, 3 to 5, but
3
just
to
for
5,
demo
okay.
purposes.
Sure.
And so the idea is you've got 4 different suits, and they're numbered 1 to 9, 1 to 10, and climbing. So if I lead off on a suit and I say I'm going to lead yellow, you have to play yellow.
And I can't beat that.
And if you can't beat it, then what you can do is a couple of things. So why you would want to play on suit is if you played higher than me, you would get to win this. You'd win the trick and the lead.
Okay.
If you lose though, because this is a share trick, whatever you play down, if you didn't have yellow, you could keep as a share. If you do have yellow, you're going to get a share of yellow. So
Gotcha.
even
So
though
I
you're
can do
losing,
this.
you're
I can
getting
play
something.
That, which
Right.
will lose to the 9, but I
Right.
get to keep it as a share.
Right, right.
Gotcha.
Right. And then like different cards and different things, like so cities, you'll lay the card as track. And then like these stations, the actual company stations, you'll lay the card for shares.
Okay.
And then as you get later into the trick and then into the round, you can actually start buying engines. And what'll happen is we'll start getting cards out here, and just to kind of give you examples as they get played, let's say, we were 3 or 4 turns in,
Right.
and let's say this auction came up for the train and you won, and I had a bunch of yellow shares and I've been feeding this thing. You could take this train and go over here and put it on the yellow. It's capped at 3. It's only going to go to 3 stations. And you could really hose me because I've been really heavily investing. And then, right? And so it costs 40 to operate, and you go to all the stations and you go, well, they're sitting here at 80. So it's only going to make $40 a share.
Because you got to pay that off,
Right.
basically, before you start.
And so maybe I'm sitting on all these shares, and you go, let's cap him before he keeps adding more and the big trains start coming out.
Gotcha.
So it's got a little bit of that one-upsmanship, and it plays in like 15 minutes, and it's just, I really fell in love with it. I did a ton of train games back at my old company, and I was baffled that I hadn't done a train game yet. And when Justin showed this to me, I'm like, we got to do this, man. I got to do this if I'm going to do a train game.
It's like there's quite a bit going on here with this idea of taking shares, but growing the company, but capping it off.
Right.
And then all of it revolving just around this trick-taking game,
Right.
that is pretty straightforward. That part is
Absolutely.
just trick-taking. But then what you do with the tricks is not quite elaborate, but there's some decisions to be made there.
Well, and a lot of
Yeah.
times you're sitting there and you're looking at a card going, I can win this trick, but I need it for a share later.
Right.
So do I play it now when it's going to be track and I lose it, or do I keep it, strategically hold it back for a share later?
Yeah, very cool.
And there's also a really, like in some games when you don't get a suit, you're just like, oh man, I didn't even draw anything in this suit.
Right.
What's awesome in this game is you're like, hey, play gray, and I don't have gray. I can start throwing whatever I want and taking shares, on that
Right,
type of
nice.
thing, or sloughing bad cards. So it's nice that a bad draw can be mitigated. And I haven't seen that a lot. I mean, some trick games do it pretty well, but I was very impressed with
you just
this.
have a bad hand, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
But in this one, you can recover from a bad
You
hand.
can come back from that, yeah.
So it
Very
made me
cool.
really happy.
So when can we see this?
So it actually ends on Kickstarter tomorrow. And
Okay.
then-
So
I know,
tomorrow when we recorded this.
So yeah, so when you see
you're
this,
watching this live, then tomorrow,
right? But if you were live streaming it, maybe. Right?
we are
So-
over there.
So if you're live streaming, go check
So
it out
if
because
you're
it ends
watching it
quick.
right
but
now.
but otherwise, no. I don't remember what they have for the. I think we're going to try to get it out for holidays and maybe a Q1 next year.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's what they're focusing on for the rest of the year. And Terra Nova, a bunch of solid guys, they'll get it done, and we're excited for it.
Very cool, very cool. Do you know what the price point on this is?
I think they're going to be in the $20 to $25 range, somewhere in there. And I don't. They haven't 100% dialed it in. It'll either be $20 or $24.99.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Nice, good-looking, interesting trick-taking game. That is Trick of the Rails. Check it out, everybody. Good talking to you,
Thanks,
my
man.
friend.
Good to see you.
All right, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.